So you've exported a database from MySQL. How do you import it? First, open MySQL Workbench and connect to your database. Then open the Data Import screen. You can do this in two ways. Either click on the Administration tab on the left, then click Data Import Restore, or click on the Server menu at the top and click on Data Import. This new Data Import tab will appear. It seems like there's a lot happening on this screen, but there are only a few selections to be made. At the top, you've got two options on the type of file to import, either import from dump project folder or import from self-contained file. These are the same two methods used when you export data from MySQL Workbench. The dump project folder is where you have separate SQL files all within a single folder. The self-contained file is where all of the SQL to create the tables is within a single file. In this example, the file we'll be using is a self-contained file, so I'll select that option. Next, we'll need to select the actual file, as the one populated here is not the one we want. Click on the small button with the two dots on the far right here to browse for the file. Browse to the location where your exported SQL file is, select it, and click Open. You'll return to the Data Import page. The next step is to select the target schema, which is the database that will be populated by the script we are importing. If the script we are importing contains instructions about which schema to use, such as the use command, then this step is ignored. But this script doesn't have that command, so we can select it here. We can select from a list of existing schemas, or we can create a new one. For this example, we'll create a new one. A new window appears. Enter a name for the new schema and click OK. In the Select Database Objects to Import section, we can select individual tables to include or exclude in the import. However, this is only available if we selected the method of import from dump project folder. So we'll skip this for our import. We are ready to import. Click the Start Import button on the bottom right. The Import Progress tab is displayed and the data is imported into the database. We can see here it has finished and the data is now imported. Let's run a query to see this data. First, we can go to the Schemas tab and click on the Refresh button here. If we created a new schema during the import, we should see it here. We can see the Demo Import schema here. Expand the schema, then the entry tables. We can see all of the new tables created here. Now let's select from one of them. A quick way to do this is to right-click on one of the tables and click Select Rows. A new tab is opened with the Select Star query written and it is executed. You can see the results of the query here. So we can see the data has been imported into this table successfully, and you can now work with the data. You can watch this video here to learn how to export data from a MySQL database, which is the process that comes before this data import step. Thanks for watching.